The Col de la Loze. Yeah, that broke me. Tadej Pogačar after stage 17 of the Tour de France. Intro. The Curse of the Courchevel. Stage 18 though. The beautiful, soul-evaporating route from Vif to Courchevel via the Col de la Loze, a mountain so cruel it once made Tadej Pogačar look like an amateur bike packer halfway through a charity ride. For a rider who normally floats up climbs like he's powered by helium and good vibes, this stretch of the Alps is his personal Bermuda Triangle. Things go in, power meters dream Slovenian pride, and nothing comes out. To the casual viewer, Pogačar is a unicorn. He time trials like a robot, climbs like a goat, and grins like someone who just discovered coffee. But there's one stage he's never quite tamed. And no, it's not some ultra-technical descent or cobbled horror show. It's just a straightforward 28-kilometer Rendezvous with oxygen deprivation, psychological disintegration, and, Jonas Vingegaard. So, let's look through the facts, quotes, and healthy doses of sarcasm that Tadej Pogačar will almost certainly lose stage 18 of the 2025 Tour de France, because Jonas Vingegaard eats climbs like this for breakfast. Pogačar has history here, and it's tragic. The altitude? Dear God, the altitude. The climb suits diesel engines, not Slovenian fireworks. Everyone in the cycling universe knows it, including Pogačar himself. If there's one stage he'll lose, it's definitely this one. Let's begin. Number 1. The return of the Col de la Loze, Vingegaard's throne. Stage 18 in 2025 finishes atop Courchevel via the same soul-shattering monster we saw in 2023, the Col de la Loze, which stands at 2,304 meters. It's not just a climb, it's a vertical psychological experiment disguised as a road, and it's where Jonas Vingegaard did the cycling equivalent of setting a Slovenian sun god on fire. In 2023, Pogačar cracked so hard on the climb, he could hear the collective gasp echo through every Slovenian espresso bar. By the end of the stage, he had lost 7 minutes and 37 seconds, including over 6 minutes just on the final climb. Vingegaard, he looked like it was out for a random brisk Monday jog. Quote, I gave everything I had. I was empty, nothing left. Tadej Pogačar, post-stage 17 of the Tour de France 2023. Jonas, on the other hand, responded with his usual charm and subtle sadism. Quote, I just rode my own pace. Translation, I destroyed a double tour winner without even trying. The climb is perfect for Vingegaard for 3 reasons. 1. Altitude. At 2,304 meters, it's certified lung-crushing. Vingegaard is a freak of nature above 2,000 meters. Pogačar's record? Not so freaky. Number 2. Pacing. It's a long, steady grind, not a short burst. Vingegaard is basically a human diesel engine that gets more dangerous the longer you let it simmer. Number 3. Gradient hell. It kicks up to 24% in sections, and the road is narrow, twisty, and deeply insulting. So, let's be honest, if Jonas had to design a stage that screamed, Tadej will suffer and I'll smile politely, it would look exactly like this. 2. The trauma of 2023, PTSD in Lycra. Let's rewind to that now infamous stage 17 in 2023. Pogačar came into it behind on the GC, but still within touching distance. Then, like a magician who suddenly forgot how to do the card trick, he completely imploded. He started the day optimistically. By kilometer 150, he was in survival mode. By the summit of Loze, he was cooked harder than a little rotisserie chicken. Quote, he completely cracked, and we saw something we've never seen before. he was dropped like a stone. Geraint Thomas, post-stage commentary. By the time he rolled into Courchevel, he had to be helped off his bike. If you watch the footage, his team car looks like it's trying to hide behind a tree out of shame. Even his coach, Inigo San Millan, admitted the obvious. Quote, Tadej had nothing left. It was the worst day we've had in his cycling career. They tried to pin it. Fatigue, poor fueling, anything. But the truth was, this, Col de la Loze, had exposed the one mark or weakness in Pogačar's armour. When he goes to deep too early, and a climb like this, he just can't recover. There's no final punch left. And guess what? Stage 18 in 2025 is basically a sequel to that horror film, with the exact same villain. 3. Altitude sickness for unicorns. Pogačar is explosively good at 1,500 meters, maybe even 1,800, but at 2,000 and above, he starts to resemble a Tour de Suisse wildcard who forgot how to eat carbs. It's science. Multiple performance analysts, including Dr. Aldo Sassi and Mojica, have stated that altitude tolerance is a key predictor of Tour success, especially in stages like Courchevel. And Jonas trains specifically at altitude. We're talking 3 to 4 week camps in Tignes, Isola 2000 or Gran Canaria, where the air is thinner than a GCN rider's excuse reel. Quote, I like altitude. I think it gives me an advantage. I recover well there. Jonas Vingegaard, 2023. And Pogačar, he's tried. He's done altitude camps, he's hired experts, he's even moved part-time to Livigno just to get better. But the results speak for themselves. Every time he gets to 2,000 meters, he loses that Pogačar magic sparkle. Quote, we've worked hard on improving his high-altitude performance. We think this year he's better prepared. Jokseen Matskin, UAE team boss. Let's translate. Please, dear God, let him not collapse on the Loze again. But altitude isn't just about lungs. It's about oxygen delivery, lactate clearance, and being able to push 400 watts at the top of the Alps while looking like you're solving a Sudoku puzzle. That's Jonas's whole brand. 4. Fireworks versus diesel. Why Loze is no place for attacks. Stage 18 is not a playground for, oh, let me just try something, kind of riders. It's a diesel climb, the kind where you hold your power, suffer in silence, and pray someone ahead of you isn't grinning at 5.9 watts per kilo. Pogačar is a bursty rider. His strength is in unpredictability, punches, kicks, short climbs, chaos. Col de la Loze doesn't care about any of that. There's no sneaking away. There's just you, your legs, and a very strong, long, steady climb of pure judgment. Quote, this is a climb for engines, not fireworks. Thomas Vauclair, French TV. In other words, Loze is built for a guy like Vingegaard to turn on the gas and never turn it off. And it's built for a guy like Pogačar to make one attack, get countered, then stare into the void of his own soul. Even UAE teammates have hinted at the reality of this stage. Quote, Tadej doesn't like those super high altitude, constant climbs. He prefers something more dynamic. Mark Soler, 2024. Dynamic? This is not. Unless UAE is planning to airlift Pogačar halfway up the mountain using Wout van Aert as a blimp, they're going to struggle. 5. The cycling world knows what's coming. The buzz in the Peloton? This is Vingegaard's stage to win. Again. And nobody's even trying to deny it anymore. Only the Pogačar fans in denial. And that's coming from a Pogačar fan myself. Even Pogačar fans on Reddit are preparing emotionally with titles like, quote, what's a respectable time loss on stage 18? and, quote, Tadej just needs to hold on, right? Visma's DS Grisha Nurman gave a suspiciously smug quote in May, quote, we know which stages suit Jonas. Let's just say stage 18 is familiar terrain. Translation: we're planning another public humiliation, and we can't wait. Even French climbers are weighing in. Quote, Courchevel is Jonas's country. If Pogačar doesn't arrive 100%, he'll lose minutes again. Roman Bardet, June 2025. And let's not forget Pogačar himself, who tried to play cool in a recent interview with Cycling Weekly. Quote, I don't think much about 2023 anymore. It was one bad day. I've improved since then. But the nervous laughter gave it away. He's thinking about it constantly. You can practically see the Loze-shaped PTSD shadowing his every move. Fans are posting memes of Jonas with angel wings on the Loze, and Tadej being chased by the ghost of his 2023 power data. The stage has become a myth, and myths, they're powerful. Unless something very strange happens, like Vingegaard missing his warm-up because he got stuck in a marmot parade, this stage is already written. Thanks for watching today's video. Feel free to comment down below your opinions in the comment section. Leave a like on today's video, and also consider subscribing to stay up to date with all of the latest cycling news, cycling drama, and the cycling results. Catch you next time.